Well, welcome back. Real Estate in Focus. Industry leaders set to speak here at the Milken Conference later today, weighing in on the global economy, the impact on the retail, commercial, and industrial real estate industries. This as Marriott International is looking to get into the home rental business, setting up direct competition with Airbnb. Joining me right now is Cain International CEO Jonathan Goldstein. Jonathan, it's great to see you. Thanks so much for joining us. So I guess some of these traditional hotel companies have seen the success that Airbnb has, and they're saying, I want a piece of that market share.
Well, I think that's right. I think over the years, the hotel companies have moved very much into asset-light models, and now they're looking for all alternative ways that they can generate revenue. And what you're seeing around the world is you're seeing the modern traveler is looking for modern ways to solve their solutions and provide ways in which they can enjoy themselves in overseas cities. I think that's a global phenomenon. I think it's going to continue growing. We're seeing it in London, we're seeing it in New York, we're seeing it in Miami. So I think we're seeing growth across this sector in all areas.
How would Marriott do it? I mean, you know, Marriott has hotels. Would they acquire homes and then rent them out? Do you know?
I would think they would go into the world of getting people to sign up on their website and therefore creating the income by creating an income stream rather than owning the assets. They've stayed away from the asset-heavy model for some years now, and I doubt they're going back there.
Yeah, this market is booming right now, isn't it?
It is, and I think we have a service department offering in Islington in North London, delivering 100 units this week.
Yeah.
We have an opportunity in Mayfair, we have opportunities in Miami. We're seeing opportunities across the space where alternative uses for property to meet the needs of the consumer in the 21st century. We've got a co-working space for women opening in Melrose Place in LA, and of course on this site here, we own, the Waldorf Astoria Beverly Hilton site where we're fortunate to be this morning.
Yeah.
Well, we've got 1 million square feet we're developing for downtown Beverly Hills.
But Jonathan, we know that the global economy is slowing. Europe is lucky to generate 1% growth this year. China has come off of the highs of the year. How is that impacting real estate right now? Are you expecting this market to slow down?
No, I think that we're all seeing a slowdown. I think it's very important as well that people recalibrate their expectations for returns. We live in a very low interest rate environment. We've enjoyed that for over 10 years now. So I think what was a 20% return, people now have to understand and expect that that's in the low teens. And people have to understand their construction, they have to understand their offering, but most importantly, they have to understand the needs of the modern consumer.
Yeah.
If they understand what people want, then they have an opportunity of meeting their needs.
That's a great point. Let me switch gears, ask you about the UK's potential exit from the European Union. Being in London, you have British and global real estate getting an impact there as well. Do you expect the UK to leave the EU, number one? And number two, how will this impact real estate?
My children will tell you that I've got every political prediction wrong in the last few years. So I'm not going to sit here today and make a prediction.
Not good.
What I will tell you is that the short-term uncertainty in Britain is chaotic. It's a farce that our political class have been unable to find a solution to move forward from the vote in 2016. And I don't really see in the short term an opportunity for that happening unless, in the most extreme and unlikely situation, a Conservative Party led by Theresa May finds a resolution with the most left-leaning Labour Party in a generation. So I think that we've got a situation of chaos and farce, but I think we need to distinguish between the short term and the long term. In the long term, you can bet on London, you can bet on the United Kingdom. We'll be okay. Thank you very much.
All right, we will leave it there. Jonathan, it's great to have you. Thanks so much. Jonathan Goldstein joining us there.